looks like I just woke up, it's because I just woke up. It's about 5:15 in the morning. I was getting ready to go to work and the phone rang. It was my job and they said, "Do you want to be on call?" This never happens to me. So I didn't go back to bed and I didn't immediately start a project. I actually ate breakfast with Brianna and the kids, and then the kids did school. Brianna and I talked some, had kind of a relaxed morning, then did a little bit of research work for a project. So this is our big pasture here. I did a video, who knows, maybe 6 weeks ago, quite a little while back, and I weed-eated this lower section and I gathered it like hay. The upper section of the pasture, you can see clearly, has not been cut and it's grown up. This pasture down here has been maintained just by twice a year bush hogging, and the pasture quality actually is really good. There's some weeds through it, but they've been suppressed by that regular mowing. I don't know a lot about pasture management, but I do know I've seen this. Regular mowing actually maintains your pastures better than just totally wide open grazing. If you just graze your animals wide open all your pasture all the time, the animals eat their favorite plants until they suppress their growth. And then their least favorite plants, the plants that you don't want in your pasture, actually grow up and take over. So pastures with just wide open grazing end up getting worse and worse as the weeds and the unfavorable plants take over because the cows don't have to eat them. That's why rotational grazing is such a great thing. I've never done it myself. I've seen people do it with great success. What you do is you put your grazing animals on a small portion of your pasture for a short amount of time, and because they're on a small area of pasture, they're actually forced to eat some of everything in that area. I'm kind of simulating that by mowing. You knock everything down, and grasses actually do pretty well being cut very short. I'm actually going to cut and bag this with my mower if my mower will cut it. I think it'll cut it because it's so dry out here. I don't think it'll clog the mower up. I think it's actually gonna do fine. I'm gonna take the clippings I get here and I'm gonna dump them on the garden area and just spread them out to add to the fertility of next year's garden soil. Now, you might say, and you'd be right, I'm kind of stealing from Peter to pay Paul. Is that the expression? I think so. Because I'm actually taking from the fertility out in the field and putting it in the garden. That's true. I'm not gonna do this every year, but I need to get that field knocked down. So let's get started and see what we can do. Even though this may not be quite as interesting as some of my videos, I think you'll appreciate that I'm actually showing you this is what I have to do and I'm getting it done today. I'm backing up to my garden now. I think I've given up on bagging this stuff because it's taking so long. I'm gonna stop bagging it. I'm gonna put the side discharge equipment on and I'm just gonna shoot it out in the field. I don't think it'll hurt things. My mower's been cutting like a champ, but then all of a sudden it started this kind of high-pitched whine, and I think something is rubbing on the belt. Yeah, there's a bunch of grass down in there. Let me see if I can get that out. I think that's what that sound is. Let's see if that got rid of the noise. Much better! So I know you can't tell because I'm time-lapsing, but that took more than an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
I got more than half this field done, and that's fine. I definitely don't have the right equipment for this job. Sometimes I get frustrated out here because I'm not able to do what I want to do, and I feel like I'm not getting enough done, or I'm running behind. And Brianna said something to me really smart and wise this morning because I was getting frustrated, and she said, Arthur, you either need to figure out how to do more, or you just need to learn to be happy with what you can do. And she said that in only the most positive way. And I just think that's so, so wise. And I actually want to do both. So looking at this field as an example, I took the time that I had in this day to do a project, and I worked really hard. I sweated. It's pretty hot out here. I'm happy with what I got done, so that's good. But I think I probably should have found someone to cut this field for me, either with their bush hog or a larger mower. One of my weaknesses is wanting to just be independent and do things for myself. And I guess that's a strength and a weakness, but in this case it's a weakness. I probably should have gotten on my phone, or honestly walked down the road here and just knocked on a few doors and said, hey, will you come out here with your tractor and do this for me? What can I trade you? Or what can I pay you? So that's definitely something I want to work on, just being more willing to going and asking for help and just talking to people. What can we work out? No matter how I learn better skills of getting things done, networking, being more efficient, I definitely want to work on being more consistently satisfied with whatever I get done. And also just remember that, you know, as a guy, I think I might struggle more with this, but I just feel like I have to do stuff all the time. But I just want to remember that my kids are a worthy investment. And I forget that sometimes. I have to admit, I forget it. My kids are a worthy investment, and if I spend 3/4 of my day playing with my kids, doing some small work projects with my kids, I don't get anything big done like this, I just need to remember that's actually the biggest investment in my homestead that I could make. On that note, I'm going down here to check on the kids. My mom has been over and hanging out with the kids, and they're in the barn down here playing, so I'm gonna go see how they're doing. I'm done with that job for the day. Thanks for helping watch the kids, Mama.
You're welcome. We had fun.
Good.
Come ride with me.
What do you want me to ride?
Break down.
You want me to ride that?
Hey, Grandma, watch this.
Why don't you ride that? I'll ride your bike.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Justice.
Okay. Hey, you look like you're holding Justin Rhodes' camera. Yeah, his one's like too long.
Here's your bike.
Thank you. So that's the pet and this. I want to get too. Give some to
Yes.
Dada. I'm gonna give some to Dad. Too.
Okay. Let's give some to Dada too.
I want two.
Thank you, honey. What did you say?
Cute.
Two. I want two too. I got two. See you later.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What are you guys doing?
I make you a house.
You making a house? What kind of house you making?
A deck house.
He did that himself. That's a cool design, buddy. I like it.
What is all of this?
It's a fairy house.
But fairies aren't real.
I'm just joking.
Oh.
I'm just making a pretend fairy house, and I'm gonna put doll fairies.
What are the fairies eating?
A mint.
A mint?
Mhm.
What's this over here?
That's a tree. I like it.
I guess this is it, isn't it? You making cornbread?
Mm.
Ooh.
It might be smish bread.
Smish bread? I think that you mismeasured the liquid maybe. Good work though, okay? I'll show you how to do it, okay? Alright, Grace, I can smell your pan in the oven. I think it's hot. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. We're taking out this hot pan. You got to be careful when you do this. Let me close it, Gracie. All right, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Watch closely. You pour the batter into the hot pan, and you're gonna immediately start creating a beautiful brown crust. Joyful, step back, I'm opening the oven. I love that. That's one of my favorite things in life. Is cornbread batter going into a hot cast iron pan and sizzling is perfect. Cornbread's ready, you think you can do it? You gotta hold tight, it's heavy. Between the pan and the cornbread. Good work. Look at that. Welcome home, Mommy! How's your eye doing?
I think it's okay.
It looks fine. Beauty mark?
Yeah, I just wish people would ask me. What happened to your eye? Actually, someone did ask me today. I got to say, I got kicked in the face by a turkey.
And survived.
And survived.
With 2 eyes.
That's right.
Thank God.
Yep.
Because I don't want that.
Nothing better, is there? Do you love it?